And this one, if I'm talking to AD right now, bro, get lost. Go to Hawaii somewhere. Straight up and down. When you come into camp better in shape than anybody and everybody. That's what you should be focused on. You should go for the MVP for the 2022-23 season. All Celtics fans gonna hate me for saying that, but I'm your OG, and that's what I think. I'm still Celtics for life, still C's for life, still Soda for life, still Brooklyn for life. But that's my OG advice to AD. If he not doing that, it's his turn to carry the torch. Bron and I carried this motherfucker for a whole decade and then some. It's the only reason he came to the Lakers, right?
Yep.
AD came to the Lakers to be an MVP and to take the torch from bro and carry it. So this is what we on.
AD, listen to your OG. That's all I'm gonna say.
That shit killed me, bro. He said he ain't touched a rock. I ain't gonna do that. Go in the lab and get your shit right. There's no way he's probably not top 10, top 5 in this game. Come on, man. That's all I'm gonna say, because I'm gonna start getting heat. I feel myself sweating already. But real shit, man.
That's why we rock with you. That's why you are who you are. That's why you have the respect that you have.
Watching that, man. He can be so much better than what he is.
Yo, man, it's your boy D-Star, man. Wow, that was some powerful words by KG, man. You know, when you sit down and you look at it, you're like, damn. This is probably like one of the top 50 greatest NBA players to ever play. And especially at the position of power forward / big man. Man, I mean, he's calling AD out because he sees AD's potential, and it's true what he's saying. It's like Anthony Davis could be a top 5 player in the NBA with all of the skills that he has. He could be, but the injuries, the consistent injuries, and these older players are kind of seeing it like, dude, he's not doing this or he's not doing that during the offseason. He's coming into the season out of shape. He's doing stuff that's like really foolish to like Hall of Famers. And they're like calling him out about it. Like, dude, you could be one of the greatest players to ever play. You have that type of skill. And people have seen him, especially during that bubble. Like, man, Anthony Davis was like killing in that bubble. So, I don't know, man. What are you guys' comments? What do you guys think, man? Comment at the bottom. So the reason I had this tweet up, Kyrie Irving tweeted this out. It's basically a bird being let free from the cage. So whatever that means, he's very poetic, and he definitely has a personality. So that has NBA Twitter going crazy because yeah, man, it's just crazy. The fact that you could possibly get Kyrie Irving to come to the Lakers, and he's forcing his way to come to the Lakers. It makes you wonder. It makes you think, like, man, how did we get here? Especially with the Westbrook situation. The Westbrook situation is like, man, ominous. So I seen this picture. What does that remind you of, right? Doesn't that remind you of like the old school year 2000 KCal 9 kind of quality? Like, who does that look like? It looks like a young Kobe, like a young Kobe in summer camp, like 1996, 1997. You know what I mean? Where you can see a dude is young and he's hungry. He wants to make a name for himself. So, it's kind of eerie how similar to a young Kobe Bryant this picture looks. But it's just the new rookie, the Christie, Max Christie. Yeah, so this is Max Christie being interviewed, and somebody just putting a finger, I guess, over the top portion of his face. But leaving the bottom portion, and it kind of looks exactly like Kobe. So it was tripping people out. I kind of saw that going viral on Lakers Twitter. Like, yeah, everybody's like, damn, that's Kobe Bryant. But man, I don't know, man. I don't know how they're gonna make it happen. I was seeing one tweet where what's the guy who covers LeBron? He's been going viral because he just announced the Minnesota trade, like before the Minnesota trade happened. Brian Windhorst. He was saying something about, I guess, Joe Harris would have to be a part of that deal. And the Nets, the Nets would probably want to pick back and THT, something like that. So, everything evens out. But, that was just like a report that was thrown out there that may happen. Like, we might have to take on Joe Harris' contract, because the contract's kind of funny style. He's getting kind of like overpaid for what he does. And, they're going to have to give us a crappy contract. But Malik Monk, man, I saw this tweet. It said that the Lakers offered him the mid exception. And he was like, nah, I'm good. Because he was online talking about, oh yeah, I would take a pay cut just to stay with the Lakers. And I'm like, why is this dude saying all this crap? He knows he's going to go for the money. And a lot of Laker fans was eating it up. They were like, yeah, Malik Monk, he's going to come back because he's going to accept the mid-level exception. Like, hell no. He balled out this year. He deserves to get paid. So when it was time for him to actually get paid, and Sacramento came with that money, he was on the first thing smoking, man. He's like, I'm out of here. And some of the Laker fans are kind of like shocked. I'm like, I'm not shocked. So then we got Juan Toscano Anderson. I don't know much about him. Tony Brown Jr. I don't know much about him. Damian Jones, he kind of played with the Lakers for a little bit last season. Scottie Pippen Jr., he's going to be something. This is a kid from Syracuse. I forget what his name is. This is a guy from San Antonio that we got. I think he's going to kind of be the Malik Monk this season, even though they're going to play the same position. I mean, like, he's going to be that type of free agent that you sign for mid-level that's coming over here to kind of improve their value. So he'll prove himself like a good player, a good backup, a good something, to get recruited by a team and get paid, just like how Malik Monk did. So I think, like, out of all the players, this is the type of player, he's going to have that offensive scoring punch, like, where you need some quick scoring, or you need a quick guard to kind of figure out a way to get some points. This dude's going to be pretty good, especially, not knowing what's going to go on with this Westbrook situation. I heard defensively he's a liability. There was some kind of stat up there that was talking about, like, defensively this dude is no good. So, man, that's not great, because we still haven't addressed the two biggest issues. Well, one is kind of age, so they addressed that issue with signing somebody younger. And, Lakers have a problem with defense, and they have a problem with three-pointers. So we're not a great three-point shooting team. We're not a great defensive team. We don't have, the type of players like Robert Covington or anything like that. We're just trying to get players that are just come in, sign a good cheap deal where it doesn't mess up our future. It doesn't mess up our future cap space. So we have that cap flexibility. So, You know, these are those type of players. I heard they're trying to get Thomas Bryant. You know, he got, actually we drafted him and then traded him to Washington, or we traded him somewhere, I forgot. And, you know, they're trying to get him back, but the Celtics are also trying to get him. He said he was going to make a decision today, but he didn't quite make the decision because, you know, the Lakers are still trying to figure out what to do or how much money they're going to have if they do a deal to make Kyrie Irving come to the Lakers. So, yeah, man. That pretty much sums up, you know, what happened today, man. It's your boy, D-Star, and I'm out.